Namaste, and welcome to the osteoporosis prevention sequence, a third series that Dr. Fishman has created. This is by far the most challenging of them all. Now, the previous series, 1 and 2, they both work towards creating the strength, the endurance, the flexibility, and balance that we are utilizing in this one here. I do recommend a couple of blocks and a strap. And you will also find that I've switched the order a little bit from what's on the sheet to make it flow a little easier. So you can follow along with me, or you can watch, and then you can pick these poses apart as you like. With this sequence, it is nice to do a little bit of a warm-up first. So that could be the morning sequence, you know that one well. It could be some salutations. It could be Baxter before you throw yourself into the fray. So we'll take a couple of little detours along the way. We'll begin by just creating a little bit of space. I'll take the arms up, elongate, and we'll side bend, opening up. And let's do that to the other side too. One more time, we'll go back. And let's twist. Inhaling up, length. Remember, it's all about length. Maintaining as much space between our vertebrae as we can. Prevention is the best medicine. And then a couple of cat and cows, rounding back and arching. Rounding, really engage the core. Arching. One more time. And that feels good. So we start with Gomukhasana, which is actually the one he has rather late. I'm going to sit up on a block because that will help with hip position, hip and legs. Bending the knees up a little bit. Take one foot under. I'm taking my left leg under the right on top of the left. So I'm stacking my knees. Here, the strap may be your best friend. Taking the strap in the leg that's on top, in that hand, take the arm overhead, bend it, other arm out, and connect. Shoulder openness. As I inhale, I move my top arm, my right arm, away from the spine and upward. And as I exhale, I draw the left shoulder blade towards the spine and down. Do that for 2 more breath cycles. Inhale, broad and upward. Exhale, lower arm, spine, closer to the spine and down. 1 more breath. Release. Bottom arm first. We'll straighten the top and take it out. Come on the pose the way you came into it. That is the safest way. And we'll switch to the other side. Catch the foot, bring it to the outside, and all snuck together. Different interpretation on why this is called cow's pose. Some people says this looked like the mouth of the cow. Some people say that seen from the back, this looks like the cow's ears. So it's however you interpret it, like with a lot of things. Strap into my left hand, take it straight up, bend the arm, other arm out, reach behind, climb it up the strap. Maybe I can reach my hands together. Maybe not. That's why I have the strap. It's a beautiful thing. Lengthening up through, this is my left arm. And as I exhale, drawing my right shoulder blade back and down. And I go again. inhale the breath of expansion. Exhale, shoulder blade towards the spine. Again, inhale, expanding. Spread your left shoulder blade away and lift it up. And exhale, draw the right shoulder blade back and down. And we'll slide the strap down and release. Moving the shoulders several times each directions. This feels good. And now, we'll take the legs out in front. Just going to hump the knees down a couple of times, realign the knee joints. And then we'll come on to all fours, placing my blocks at the top of the mat for easy access. I'll start by stretching back to puppy pose, my little dog, to get my length for my plank pose. Here, now I've got the right leg. All I need to do is press back through the heels. Breathing in and breathing out. In and out. Extending heels as far back from the crown of the head as you can while you breathe in and out. Ujjayi breath is really nice here. One more breath. And stretch back to downward facing dog, not in the pose sequence, but it is a great addition to any yoga practice. It is your inversion. And then look up and walk or step the feet to the front. Let's take the hands to the hips and inhale. Press all the way up. Boom. So from here, Parsvottanasana is a forward fold, though he's only adding the hand position here. And that is reverse namaskar. So the purpose here is for the shoulder opener. In a lot of ways, we are now doing what we just did in cow face pose with the addition of wrist strengthening, drawing the shoulders back, down, creeping the hands up, 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 pressing the palms together, pressing the palms together. So remember, with any of these poses, you have alternatives. In the osteopenia variation, you have it in the osteoporosis variation. So here, we are going full bang on in. This is why we have a regular practice. Otherwise, this is really not attainable. For most, let's take the hands down, and we're going to roll the shoulders again. Shake the wrists out if they got a little tight. So our next pose, Rashakaputasana. This is pigeon pose. And we're going to come into it from tabletop. You could travel through dog, absolutely. I'm going to start by taking my right foot up to my right hand. And I'm going to wiggle the knee out to the side and find my foot and take it up towards the left hand. So it's in front of my left thigh, in front of my left thigh. I'm going to take my left leg as far back as it will go. And then walk the hands back to lift up. So in this variation, it is not the forward fold that we often get in class. It is a deep, deep hip opener. So the actions are hug the hips together Lift the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. And with those actions, breathing. Maintain a strong lift. Strong lift. And now here, tuck the back toe under. And then we're going to just travel back through downward facing dog. And that gets us ready to take the left leg up. Wiggle the foot up. Slide the right leg back. And again, I know you may be thinking, can I just go forward? No. You come up. And here, the full pose, of course, is bending the straight leg up, catching it with both hands over the head. We are skipping that variation here to make it accessible. What's the point of a pose that is all struggle? All struggle. We're not going to do it. Here, hug the hips together, lift the pelvic floor, and breathe. Now, can you, if it feels stable, take the hands out, take flight, let your pigeon lift, breathe, and coming down. Traveling again, back to downward facing dog. Because this is where I'm going to begin to prepare for my warrior 3 pose. And we can actually do it in downward facing dog, stepping the feet together and lift one leg up. Same shape. I have the benefit of gravity here. Let's check out on the other side. Same shape. Benefit of gravity. And take the foot down. And then as you inhale and look up, walk, step the feet to the hands. Inhale and flat back. And we come all the way up. Still with me? So far, so good. Natarashana, king dancer pose. You can do the same thing that we just did. It's all about the hip. If your balance is a little chatty, this is where you want to be close to a wall. Even if it's prevention sequence, you don't want to fall. So in this pose, I'll start by taking my left leg back. And I can catch a little easier if I take it out to the side, but now I must take it in and out. And then either with a hand on a wall, you can face the wall. That's sometimes a little easier. Begin to take the leg back, take the leg back, climb the leg up, climb the hand up. And then we breathe. In and out. Hugging hips together. And down we come. That wasn't that fun. And this is just a warm-up pose. Let's do the other side. Catching. I'm going to face the wall again. Being an older lady and all. Heeding my own advice. Catch the foot. Draw the knees together and then begin to travel the knee back. And the hand can stay on the wall for support. It can come off the wall. Ujjayi breath. And down we come, Tadasana. Mountain pose. Demanding poses. Remember, he recommends that you stay 30 seconds to 72 seconds after that. He says, benefit may not be after. Warrior 3. Facing towards the front of the mat, and step the right leg back. comfortable distance. And then from here, we'll come into warrior one. These two poses are closely related. Knee over ankle, check. And then here, we'll do the variation of the arms first, a little gentler. Arms out to the sides or down alongside. And then shift the weight forward onto your front leg. Breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the back leg super strong and lifted. That's the sticky business in this pose. Land that one back. And we'll do the other side. Switch the legs out. I know. This pose has some bones to buy into. Warrior one. Nail it. Keep the strong lift of the arms as you begin to shift forward. And then negotiate. I like airplane arms better. Airplane's arms a little bit gentler. And then maybe, is it there? And take it down. And let's step the feet back together. Check. We're moving through. Revolve side angle. Because that's a prep pose for the following pose, revolved half moon. So again, let me step my right leg back. For side angle pose, here you can absolutely use a block because we're going to create the twist. So I'm going to take the block to the inside, not as traditionally done on the outside, because that can produce a lot of torquing on the spine. Take the arms up. Warrior one again. I see a theme here. I'll bring the hands together at heart center. And then twist. Right elbow, left knee. Right elbow, left knee. And then here, if that feels very manageable, we shift. And over. And let's take the hands down. Stepping up. And look up, flat back, step the other foot back. Heel down. And warrior one again. So in this sequence, and the second sequence, hips are forward. First sequence, it's the lateral seam. All right, arms together and twisting again. Twisting again. And breathe. Pause. Yep. Can we do it again? Same thing? Absolutely. Place my hand on the block inside the foot and take my arm overhead, hugging muscle in around bone, creating stability through strength. And take the hands down. Now step up again. Inhale, look up, flat back. And we'll take the arms out and up. Tall mountain. And here we are. All righty, moving along. We have revolved half moon. That's it. And then it is pretty much vacation after that for the remainder 4 poses. See how quickly this is? So revolved half moon. We're now going to be putting these 2 poses together that we just did. Warrior 3 and revolved side angle pose. The easiest way I think, is to come into this pose. And we'll start by stepping the left leg back. I take that back. I'm going to start in standing tabletop. And in standing tabletop, I'll take my left leg up. So that means that my right leg will be doing my right hand will stay down. So let's start with the warrior 3 legs. Leg is up. Boy, did I say that wrong, didn't I? Left hand stays down. So my legs stay exactly where they are as I begin to take the arm up and twist, 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 twist. And breathe. Easy peasy. And take that down. Take the foot down. Standing cat and cow. And I think we're ready for the other side. I'll take my right leg up. Get a good lift on the leg. And now my left arm begins to turn. Invites me into rotate, rotate, rotate. And breathe. Breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe. That's the fuel in the pose. All right, take it down. Cat cow. Now, we are coming to the finish line here. Just like I said. 4 poses to go. Reverse tabletop. That really puts it all together. Hands behind, feet bent, knees about 90 degrees. Rolling the shoulders back and lift the hips. If the hips are the height of your knees, take the head back. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. Remember, you do have variations. You can do this on a chair. One more breath, one more breath. And hips down. 3 to go. Hamstring stretch. You'll recognize these from the first sequence. Yes, to get everything a little breather after all the hard work. So my left leg super firm. Right leg up. Ground the hip as you exhale. Muscles around bone again. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So think of this not as much as a flexibility pose, but it is, but especially as a strengthening pose. For Parsva, we're going to take the knee in, a gentle on the sacrum, and let the legs separate out to the side. Use your sacrum as your marker so that you're not rocking to one side or the other. And breathe. Breathe in, breathing out. Coming up to center. Other side. Supta Padangustasana. Supta reclined. Bottom foot. Anga does not mean anguish. So be in a place that's comfortable for you. And remember, this is not about taking the foot all the way to the head. 90 degrees is absolutely the best place to be. Contract the quads, firm. Draw the hip down, draw the hip down. So even though it looks like I'm doing nothing in the pose, I am working the pose. With each out breath, I draw the outer hip down as it reaches up through the heel. I stay centered on the sacrum, not flattening the low back. There's a lot of body parts to keep track of. And again, I'll invite my right leg in. Take the leg out to the side for Parsva. And breathe. In and out. One more breath. Take the leg back. Let's take both feet under the strap. Grounding out through the heels, down through the hips. Everything is hugging in. And we can hug the knees in. And then, boom, here we are, Shavasana. Legs maybe about hip width apart. Okay, props here, arms out to the sides. And it is highly recommended that if you can, give yourself this gift of a pause. Right now, your body is ripe for healing. You just infuse every cell with fresh oxygen and nutrients so the cells can go to work. Get rid of some of that old stuff, you know, that you have in the back of the closet you mean to get rid of. Making room for new and fresh and healthy cells. Now you can stay here as long as you want. When you're ready to come out, deepen your breath, wiggle fingers and toes. Roll onto one side, and do take your time once you come onto your side, not popping right on up. And then with the aid of arms and hands, pressing up into a seated posture. You can pause and extend gratitude towards your body, your mind, your community, your surroundings for supporting you and your wellness. Thank you for allowing me to share this fun sequence with you. Let's close with an O. Namaste.